Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to the Apple Store. So if you watched my last video, I did a vlog going to Best Buy and an attempt to go to the Apple Store to look at MacBooks, and I went to Best Buy to look at the Razer Blade 15. So I'm in the market for a new laptop. I've had mine for like 2.5, almost 3 years now, and I'll show you in a second, but it's an older one, and it's time to upgrade. It's been doing some really weird stuff on me, so I've been looking at getting a new laptop. Now, I was either thinking of going with a Razer Blade or a MacBook, as I said, and the reason I wanted to go for a Razer Blade was because I do like to casually play games. I don't play them all the time, but sometimes I kind of get in a role where I really enjoy one game, so I wouldn't be able to do that on a MacBook. But there was just so many things about the Razer Blade of people having problems with them, and they're like a smaller company, so they're not as refined with machinery and making their laptops and stuff. So I decided to go with a Mac, and luckily for me, yesterday they released the Apple M1 chip, which I saw that coming out, and I was like, this is a big deal, so I pre-ordered it yesterday, and I'm going to pick it up this morning. We're leaving in just a minute, so I'm gonna take you guys to the Apple Store. We're gonna get the newest Apple MacBook Pro 13-inch with the highest specs you can get with the M1 chip. And we're gonna pick that up today, so I'm super psyched. Let me show you my special computer. So here it is, and as you can see, I put some stickers on it. But this is, I don't know if it's a baseline or what, but it's a Lenovo Legion, and I've had this for like 2.5 years, as I said. I think I did a video going to get this. See, that's just screen record. It starts and Windows. I pulled up stuff, so I just closed that. But I am a little bit sick of red, so I'm looking forward to getting away from that. But it's been a great computer for me, as much as I'm gonna probably bash it. It's been great, and it's served me very well, but it's time for a new one. So sayonara, we're gonna go get a new one. You're gonna be replaced immediately today, so goodbye forever, I guess. I actually still have plans to use this, so I'm not completely done with it yet. But as you can see, I put a Apple sticker there a long time ago. So now that you've seen this, let's go and pick up the new one. We're here, it's very windy, and I guess it's time to mask up, so I'll see y'all inside. Okay, just got out of the Apple Store, got this, super awesome. I'll show y'all it in a minute. Okay, I'm back in the car, and I have the bag down there, and I'm just gonna go ahead and open them up in the car. Normally, I wait till I get home, and then I film like a whole video about it, but I'm just gonna enjoy this, open it up, and I'll see y'all when it's open, and I'll show you the awesomeness that's inside. Just took the top off, look at that. And then you have all your accessories right here. Oh man. Okay, quick preview in the car, got this open. And this thing is super cool. Been setting it up. It already has, my camera's not wanting to focus on the screen, but it already has Big Sur on it, which is pretty awesome. And I won't actually show you that because I don't want to show you my serial number, but this thing is awesome. I'm gonna set it up completely in the house, and I'll see you then. Okay, we're replacing you finally, so I'm excited. I'm gonna set this thing up, and let's go ahead and replace this stuff right now. And there we go. That's actually so much cleaner. There's a lot more room on my desk. So I'll give you an overview of this thing in a minute, but quick summary, it's amazing. This thing is just so awesome. Been messing around with it. Still got to configure all my files. And here is the Magic Mouse. I got the black one, and this thing is awesome. It is super small, super light. I'm loving it so much. And I'm also going to talk about my old computer a little bit more, so let's go on to that. And this thing is just wow. Okay, so it's time to talk about the specs and kind of a deep dive, you could say, into this Mac. So this thing, I have been using it all day today. Actually, if we open it up, I can probably tell you how much screen time I have today. Let's see, I have way too much probably. Yeah, I have like 4 hours and 24 minutes on this thing today, because I have been just setting it up and absolutely loving it. Now, just to talk about my experience with Macs in my life and just the macOS interface itself. Now, I've had a little bit of experience. I had one iPhone, which I had for like a year, 2 years ago, so it's been a while. And I had an iPad like 4 or 5 years ago. And that's basically all my experience with Apple products, other than a iMac, which I use for business. So I've had an experience with Mac OS, not using it a whole bunch, and then I've had my Lenovo Legion Wi-Fi 20, which is a Windows computer. And in the time of using both those computers, I've used the Wi-Fi 20 way more than the Mac because, you know, only for business, you're not on it all the time. I don't like Windows. Now, this was my first laptop, so I got to, you know, I only knew Windows at the time, so I thought I'll go for a Windows laptop because, you know, I think 3 years ago, I didn't know a whole lot about computers. I know probably like 500 times what I knew then now. So I got that one. I'm happy with my decision. It worked great for about a year and a half. And then the keys on the keyboard started falling off. I was like, oh, that's not good. So I sent it in after a whole thing, and it was a pain in the butt, really. And then I got it back. The keyboard was fixed. They just put a new one in, I guess. But it's giving me so many problems. It has 16 gigabytes of RAM, NVIDIA GeForce GTX something number, and it had, you know, good specs. It had 2 terabytes of storage built into it. Should have been completely great, but after about a year and a half, it just started to completely stop acting like it had 16 gigabytes of RAM, more like it had like 6 gigs, because it stopped running Destiny, which it used to run great, and then it stopped running Destiny 2 to be more specific, and you can't really do much on it. I can't edit anymore. Windows keeps giving me problems, and it has been driving me slightly insane, more insane I should say, and I'm like, okay, I've been using this Mac, I do like the Mac OS system, it's time to switch to Apple. And that's what I did, and so far, I completely love it. Right now, if I stay the same enthusiastic way about this, I'm always going to use Apple devices. And the only kind of downside to using Apple devices is that you can't play really any games. So that's kind of a downside, but I'm hoping if I wipe this old computer, it will work for games now again. We're going to see. But just things like the instant wake on this computer. Like, it already woke up when you do that. Like, it turns off. Yeah, you see it turned off, right? And when you open it back up, it just turns on instantly. And that just, it goes into sleep mode automatically, which I absolutely love. The hinge is so nice. It feels so well refined. It's not too heavy, like it's hefty for the size, but it's just, since it's small, it's not too heavy. And I absolutely love it for portability. I'm gonna be able to take my laptop places. And right now, the battery, after using it for 4 hours and 25 minutes now, the battery's at 43%. When I picked it up from the Apple Store, it was at 79%. So the battery on this, they say video playback is 20 hours, so I probably won't get 20 hours. You're probably looking at about a 12 to 15 hour battery life, which is crazy just if you're like browsing on the internet and stuff. That's amazing. My computer probably gets, my old one, it never had great battery life from the beginning, but now since it's older, it gets probably like 2 hours of battery life, and then it completely dies, and then it'll say it's like at 30%, and you're like, okay, I got a little bit, I can use it for, you know, another 30 minutes or so, and then it'll just drop in like 5 minutes to 0 and die on you and shut off, and you won't know what happened. So it's very great. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about that old computer. But so far, absolutely loving this. The screen looks great. Setting up an Apple device for the first time was awesome. And what I'm doing right now, my old computer, is transferring files onto a 5 terabyte hard drive, and then I'm gonna go sort everything I need onto this, and then I actually plan to get a external SSD, just like a 500 or a terabyte one, just so I can streamline my workflow from making videos and then editing, because I totally plan on editing all my videos on this thing. And I'm super excited. I think it's going to go really well. I do have my last vlog of going and looking at the Razer Blade in this. I haven't edited that, so I'm going to edit it on this, and we're going to see how that goes. And some other stuff that I wanted to show is, you know, most computers, they have like that really thick cable they use to charge, and then they have that massive like really heavy brick that's in the middle of the cable and really inconvenient. You don't know where to put it. Well, here's the MacBook Pro charging cable. That's awesome. This is, what is it? I think it's a 61 watt charger, which is really powerful and crazy that they fit it in this small thing. And this is the charging cable, super small. This is a USB Type-C, which is awesome. So you just plug USB Type-C in, and then you plug the USB Type-C port into, or the USB Type-C piece into the USB type receiver piece, whatever you want to call that. And then some people have this problem with the Macs, and that is that it has two USB Type-C ports here and a headphone jack right there. That's all the ports you get, so you have to go buy an adapter so that you can, you know, have your SD card slot, your micro SD card slot, normal USBs, and like I'm getting an Anchor one, and the problem is those cost $60. So there are some other things that you have to buy when you get this, but it just seems like it's going to be so worth it. And from what I've heard, these things last forever, so I'm super excited. I'm so happy that I could document this, and I am absolutely loving it. And I'll show it in more detail right now. See, it's gonna want to focus on my background right there, which is my desk, and that's the camera right there. You can see in the viewfinder. But this right here is the black Magic Mouse. Now, here is the normal, I think it's white or silver Magic Mouse. You can see the difference. I just wanted to show that on camera because normally you don't have both mice next to each other. So that's the difference. If you're thinking of getting one of these, you can see them right next to each other. You know, I don't have a preference. I actually like both of them. This is the one I personally am going to be using for my Mac, but I like both, and really, I'd go either way if I do it again. But I'm actually happy with this. It picks up a little bit more fingerprints, but just you kind of have to get a Magic Mouse if you get a MacBook. And another thing I wanted to show is a little bit of B-roll while I'm talking right here of me opening my Lenovo Legion Y520 and me opening my MacBook Pro 13-inch with the, I kind of had a southern accent there, with the M1 chip. And you can see how fast the MacBook Pro turned on compared to my Legion, which takes a while. So that gives you an idea of kind of my pain I've been having. So I absolutely love this, and if anything goes wrong, you know I'll be making a video about it. But right now, I absolutely love it, and I'll be watching this video in about 3 years, and I'll be like, man, I was so psyched about this. Hopefully I'll be saying, man, it sure works pretty well still. I mean, I need to upgrade because it's about time, but man, this thing's just worked well, and I guess I'm getting another Mac, and hopefully that's what me in 3 years is going to be saying. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, and shout out to the guy that I picked this up from at the Apple Store. Super duper nice. Hopefully you're watching this video, and I just want to say thank you so much for being so nice, and just you're the kind of people that makes the Apple experience just completely amazing. So thank you very much, and thank you guys for watching. And if you want to go check out some of my other videos, underneath my video to the left of the subscribe button, there is my channel. If you click that, you'll see all my other videos, and there's like 115 of them now, which is crazy. But if you want to go watch some of those, they're pretty interesting. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.